All right, so today, guys, we're on the podcast with your host, Velishotz or Claudel Mack, and today we're here with,
Janad, Jaheem, Jay, whatever y'all want to call him.
and yeah, today we're gonna cook up and just kind of talk life. So, you know, we bringing y'all along, and we're excited for this process. And he the first one on episode one, so let's
Most
get this started.
definitely. It's really an honor, bro. It's really an honor. I'm glad to be a guest, you know what I'm saying, and just be a part of your whole journey. You feel me? And helping out. And it's good for me to present what I have to present, my talents and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm glad
excited.
to be here.
Glad to be here. Thank you for coming.
For sure.
So first off, I wanted you to introduce me into how you get into being into music and stuff.
So it seems like I've always been into music all my life. Like just like when it come like I come from a musical background, so my dad makes music, my aunt makes music. You know, I have cousins like within the music industry and they make music, uncles that make music. So it's just like that's all like I observed as a kid. So me being into albums and like going through the CDs and looking at album covers and like drawing my own is just like as a child music just being like half of my heart type thing. So like going into it, getting to producing myself, um, it started off with my phone, Garage
Yeah,
Band,
I
you
remember
know.
that.
So I would just be on there. This was probably um like the fourth grade, fourth fifth grade. I would just be on there on Garage Band making music, and like as I got into middle school, I think in sixth grade I dropped my first mixtape. Like so I've just always just been super intrigued with it. So it was never hard for me to just learn and advance. And then over time I left the phone behind, and then I started, getting in with, you know, desktop.
Yeah, cause I remember you was on that phone and you and Tion make music too.
Right.
Um, yeah, I used to be on that phone and then making music like, bro, look, come get on this part of my song. And then y'all try to get me on that to rap, but like I ain't had no flow for real. You gotta give me some, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I can't be saying too much, but
But those was literally the days. Like nah, that was just me. Like even with Tion, like it's so cool to see how far he has gotten with his talent and his craft. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember like I would always just try to get y'all like, hey, come on, let's do something, let's make something, like make little songs, like just let's do it. You know, I wanted to share what I love with everybody else, and then like the people that even though like you took a different avenue with the filming and photography, but like that's still art.
yeah,
So
art.
it's just like I'm glad that everybody just kind of like just seeing everybody's growth in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that makes me happy to see. Like even though like you ain't get the music bug, but you still doing something that is aligned with art, music. You know what I'm saying? Because like photography and videography, that's like you have to show the image. Like we create the feeling, but you let us see the feeling.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm glad like we all can connect through that. Like even just being kids and like just doing random things. It's all like for a reason, you know. So yeah, I don't even know what I went into that for.
Yeah, like you said, since we was kids, it's just like seeing the evolution. Like I just always knew as a like just a child, like I don't know what it is that I like to do, but I knew like I just like to
Right,
create something. You remember I used to be on that Minecraft, just I ain't really never like survival for real, cause it was just lame to me back then. But I like building houses and if I build it this way, and y'all used to come into my world, and we used to y'all used to come look and be like, man, that's cool, whatever. But it was always, to me, it's been about creating something. Like you say, I ain't never get that bug. I mean, I went through like a 6 month phase where I was doing it, but I never really like got
right.
into it like that. But it's always been creating something, and videography and photography really let me do that. because like, to be honest with you, a purpose of mine is like just creating something. I know I keep saying that, but it's it's a release. Like,
Yeah,
just how you go in there and you make your instrumental, make your beats and stuff. Like, let me just go and do this. Like, my thing is, let me go and just shoot this game, and then it's just cool to see, like, um, so and so, whoever I sent the beat to, like whoever you sent the beat to, whoever I sent the picture to, like, they love it,
facts.
and I get to like also put them on. But
And I
um,
think that's like that's a and it's not good. That's I just love the feeling. And people say like you shouldn't want to get your work validated, but it feels good to have a positive validation of your work.
yeah,
So I know the hard sweat and tears I put in when I'm creating my music, and I know that you have blood, sweat, and tears and the heart that goes into creating. So when you show it, present it to somebody else, and you get like that instant gratification that oh, they love it, they have a good reaction. It's kind of like with me, I just know like that's not that's if I'm getting good reviews on this, that's God telling me something. Like this is my path. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, because if you're not supposed to be doing, you wouldn't be good at it. So it's like, and that's how I create music, which is not good. Like I kind of doubt myself until I get that validation. Like, yeah, like nah, like what you? Why you ain't dropped this? Why you ain't put this out? Why you just sitting on this? And it's like, dang, like I ain't even think it was that good, but you saying it, that's God telling me like, nah, like this is what you're supposed to be doing. So I've always loved like just getting a reaction out of somebody when they love a body of work or some of my art, because it's literally like you taking a chunk of yourself and putting it out on display.
yeah,
So even your photography, like that's your vision. You're literally taking your eyes and putting them on
yeah,
and putting them through a camera. Like so that's what like you know what I'm saying. I've always loved that feeling, but it's not good for me because a lot of times I don't be confident in myself. And I'm sure it's just like that's what any creative I feel like unless you really know, like I guess I would really know if I started like monetizing off my craft or like seeing bigger views and stuff like that. Like I guess that would be like my validation, like the consistency of consumers. Then I'll know. But it's like since I'm still like I've been making music for years, like since I've been like 10, 11,
yeah,
and I'm 21 now. And you would think somebody that's been doing it like, oh, I'm dope. I know I'm dope, but it's so many like since I've been making music, because everybody was not making music, but since I've been making music and to now, it's like it's so much competition. Everybody wants to make music. I see people at the store that know me from school, because like me being back in Mobile, and this is like people who wasn't rapping or creating music. Now this is what they doing.
yeah,
So it's just like a lot of times I feel like things be watered down, and then like when I see what people consume, it's like, dang, like am I dope enough? Like why ain't nobody rocking to this? Why ain't none of my songs when I drop it? Why I don't hear nobody putting it in a playlist? Or like my peers like really vibing to it, or like, oh, I'm a ride. This is my song. Why is this right here so popular? And all he talking about is sex, money, and drugs. But I'm over here telling them like about, yeah, I may be talking about the same thing, but it's just like a different vibe. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's like what be going on. So a lot of times I'll be in my head with my craft, and I'm still constantly trying to get out of that. Because like, yeah, I am dope, but I do have my days where I don't feel like I am. Like, what about you? Like, do you have times where you feel like your stuff isn't good enough?
yeah. Nah. On that note, it's not the photography part. It's mainly the videography, because the people that I watch and that I aspire to make my work look like, in some form, I look at mine, I'm like, it make me not even want to put it out because that's not my vision. But you gotta be grateful where your feet are, and
Right.
so yeah, and so like sometimes I get in that loop. Like right now, I'm creating some, and it would be mainly like the gear part, but um the photography part, like that's instant. Like a lot of people have a Instagram, and I have an Instagram as well, and so they repost my stuff all the time. And so just hearing like just now my TikTok blowing up. I just made one about 2 weeks ago. That's blowing up now, and people texting me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat sometimes like, "Hey, can you come to my game?" Or "Is Velishotz gonna be here?" And now when they see me, they calling me Velishotz instead of CJ or Claudel, and that's what they know me by now. So you know, I try to look so greatly into the positives and just know like a lot of the time some people tell me like, "Hey, I like how your work looks." They can hire somebody else,
Right.
but they like how my stuff look and they gonna rock with me. So I'm rocking with who rocking with me.
Fact. And that be the thing too. Like rock with who rocks. Cause I do have people that like rock with me. So I respect that. Like I have to change instead of focusing on the consumers I don't have,
Yeah,
focus on the ones that you do have. I like that. Like rock with who rock with you. Like because I do that in my life, but why don't I do that with my craft? So
yeah,
you absolutely right.
yeah,
Cater to them.
yeah,
I just that just changed my mindset. I really appreciate you saying that for real,
yeah. And
because I ain't never really think about it like this. That's so what you said was so simple,
it was simple.
but I ain't never like really think about it, especially when it come to this, because you always be looking forward. Like it's like my end goal is to have a fan base. Like I'm not trying to be the most famous person at the all white party. Like I'm just trying to have my fan base, like perform, like have people rap on my beats and like just be a known unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And where I'm still can monetize off my music. So it's like I think of that instead of like catering to the people who actually do, because I do have monthly listeners. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a crazy amount, probably like 20 or 30 or maybe more than that. I don't know.
yeah,
It's just when I look at my numbers, they be kind of split up between Apple Music and then I don't have the stuff for the other things. But everybody who comes across my music that enjoys it, like you focus on that pleasing them, then they gonna share. Then other people going instead of like that's how you build a genuine fan base. It's so simple, bro.
yeah. Cause about 3 months into my journey, I had realized, okay, I need to get a Facebook because Facebook is a lot. It's personable for real, and a lot of older people are on there. And so if I want to get booked, right, well, I need to be posting on Facebook too, not everybody on Instagram. So I decided to think about it like that. And whenever they see my body of work, they share it. And then, it just, it takes time for it to go up. But like you said, my main thing is I want to cater to who, rocking with me. And so my main thing is I kind of try to niche down a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, they know I do sports and stuff, but I'm working into some other things. But my main thing people want me to do for them is sports, and it's really just finding that niche because you can have lifestyle photographers, you can have wedding photographers, or you can do it all. But like you going to um, your musical body of work, you know, niching down, if that's what you really rock with, like the way you set up your music and stuff, like somebody will grow into it. And so I really think that that's how it is. And we gonna sit here and we gonna watch you cook up.
Oh man, put me on a spot like that is crazy, but we'll figure something out. So like, how I like to start off with cooking up. I guess today I would do like an original track like instead of me sampling, because I don't want the video to get copyrighted and stuff.
yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie to you, I just like hit the keys, bro, and like if something sound good, it sound good. So, but most of the time I start off with my drums. I start off with my drums. But yeah, I have a an album coming out real soon. Probably it may drop next week. I don't even know. But it's called Joy. It's another beat album. I haven't released the instrumental album since 2021. My last project, Cooking Up While Watching Movies 1.5. You know, I just been dropping singles and trying to get more into my rapping bag,
Yeah.
like like using my voice. But at the end of the day, like my roots is producing. Like I have more fun creating instrumentals than I do rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is like the soul. So I feel like my beats show my personality more than my lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to say that because I'm still trying to learn how to express myself behind the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like I can express myself well just by talking, but like when it comes to trying to create rhyme schemes and stuff like that, it's like I'm still learning that. So, but me making beats, that's how I kind of was able to, you know, express myself. This is a little hot hat. I'm too crazy. Put that in motion. We're gonna try to make this fast, man. Cause usually like how I do it, I just like vibe out, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it kind of be, you know, you don't rush greatness.
You don't.
So I just kind of like vibe out. Some beats I make fast, some beats I have to come back to. Some beats it's like I don't feel it. Like that's just everything when it comes to being creative. Hold up.
Do you ever stop one beat and just start on a new one?
Yes, all the time.
Uh, I was watching the Genius breakdowns, and I heard one guy say he was out doing. He had just left the studio and stuff, and then he heard something in his head, so he turned right back around and went to the studio to make it. Does that ever happen to you? Like you'll be doing something, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I gotta make this right now," so you don't lose that feeling.
Yes, I do. That happens a lot. It mostly happens when I'm at work. Like I get super inspired at work, or like when I'm away from my music. So it's like by the time I get back, I'll forget it. But a lot of times I just like record it, my idea as much as I can. Like try to say it with my voice on like voice recorded. So like that do be happening. It's been times where I've been asleep and I had a dream about a beat and I woke up and try to recreate it by memory. So it just happens like inspiration comes just out of nowhere. I'll even have like a week probably where I don't touch nothing. I'm just not inspired. But
I got a question. Did you hit that by accident?
what?
That
What by accident?
that sound,
Talking about the kick?
not the big. My terminology may be wrong, but that sound that you playing.
Yeah, I did hit it by accident.
And see, that's the thing. Like sometimes you just come across stuff like whenever I'm editing, I'm like, okay, you know what? I like that. And then I just put it in my work. And sometimes like it happens like that.
Bro,
You
accidents
just
are
discover
beautiful.
stuff.
That's all art is, man. Like we've got into like we perfect things
Yeah,
too
we
much.
do.
So it's like when you just hit some shit, uh, it'd be good. Like right now, I'm just going. Like I didn't have no vision with how I'm gonna make this beat. You just told me to make a beat off the spot, so I'm just hitting shit.
A lot of the time I look at my photos sometimes and I'm like, I like, I don't really like it at first. And then when I come back to it, I'm like, you know what? I kind of rock with that. And you
Yeah.
know why? Because the unperfect part is like, to me, it's more personable and it's more humane. Like the way I like to think about it is like, whenever I'm doing my work, I want you to feel like you there with us.
Right, exactly.
So I'm not so concerned on like, unless it's overbearing, I'm not so concerned on how everything looks because I want it to look as natural as I can.
And then when you try to be a perfectionist, you don't put shit out.
Yeah,
Like, and I had that bad to where like I'm like, it's not. But the point of an artist putting stuff out when it's not perfect is to show the growth. Like it's so beautiful, like seeing artists that come from here, and then it's like they kept going, and then it's like, oh man, like they got far.
yeah,
Like Future, Tyler, like all the artists I listen to, they just come through with the dopeness, you know, as they get better with time. So I'm trying to get back into just releasing stuff. Because when I was in school, I used to, but I stopped releasing because people be like, "Oh, that ain't it," and I don't like not having good feedback. So it's just kind of like, so little drums.
and before we even get to it, I already know, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he really putting the skeleton on what's going on. Because once he add, I don't know if he gonna add a piano. I don't know what other melody he gonna add, but like this ain't even none compared to like what's gonna be the final
Right.
product, and we gonna do it kind of fast. But just remember that.
No, the drums is literally like the backbone of the beat. If you don't have no good drums, depending on what genre you're trying to go for. But if you don't have no good drums, it's kind of like, what are you doing? And that's one thing, like, with my everybody kind of be like, when it came to me producing for other artists, it's kind of like they want you to make something they're familiar with. So this always all this type, like, can you make a Metro Boomin type beat? Can you make an Al Gino type beat? Or whoever is the hottest producer at the time, they telling me to make a type beat. But it's like, no, like I'm my own producer. Like you came to me
Yeah,
to come to my sound. Like don't come expecting me to give you a sound that you want because I'm not even that.
yeah,
That's what kind of watered down the whole thing with artistry now, because everybody is trying to clone something. It's not coming. Nobody is coming with their own identity. Now there's still artists coming with their own identity, but it's like they're not at the forefront. And even when it comes to local artists, though, it's like everybody trying to do something to blow. So they do anything, have the same formula, the
yeah,
same type of flow, the same beats, the same everything, and it's kind of like, bro, this is why nobody is able to blow and have a consistent fan base, because y'all just going based off everything that pops. But like you come to me expecting me to provide you a sound that other people are doing. It's like, no, I'm a whole different individual. Like I'm a producer. I'm not just a beat maker that's just gonna go on a YouTube tutorial and had to read. No, a lot of how I learned, I make beats way different from people on the YouTube tutorial.
yeah,
Like I have my own way that makes sense to me because I didn't watch the tutorials. It wasn't a lot of tutorials. I couldn't just learn how to make a whole beat on YouTube when I started doing this shit. Like My bad for cussing, but
Um,
I couldn't learn. Like I had to do this all myself. It was just me pushing buttons, trying to figure it out. Like it may be little things, like little shortcuts, you know what I'm saying? But everything I had to learn myself. So that's how I created my own sound. But it's like when you have a bunch of people that's like, oh, I'm hard, I'm a producer, but no, like y'all literally, these producers are literally using the same drums over and over again. Y'all using the same little melodies. Like y'all not really doing it big like that. Like y'all not coming with nothing new to the table. But it's like me, I make stuff, I pull from my inspiration, but it's like at the same time it's still me. My drums, I don't like having drums that sound like other people. I may incorporate some of the same drums, but I'm gonna use them differently. I'm gonna tweak it out. I'm gonna have some extra sounds that, you feel me?
yeah, and the best part about that to me is like, okay, um, you can pull from different areas of different people's work, like not stealing, but okay, that part of that inspires me, and so you put that in your bag, and that's
Exactly.
why everybody else's bag will be different because they pulling from different spots. And like you say, if you gonna come to me and you want my work to look a certain way, well then you shouldn't come to me. You should come to me like how you see my work, because I portray it. Because I
Right.
don't want to make my stuff like X, Y, and Z person, because that's not me. That's not how I do it. And
Exactly.
that's not a representation of what I want to put out and how I feel about it.
Right, exactly. Like you, like, people who watch this, if you come in to get a beat from me, bro, expect to be open minded because I'm not gonna have you rapping on a little baby type beat. I don't make that. Don't come over here telling me how to create because I'm not telling you how to create. Like, man, see, now this be the hard part. I can get my drums, but when it comes to like other stuff, I kind of just like go through my sounds and try to figure out like the best thing. That's
And reaching on the point we talked about earlier, if somebody wants you to make a little baby type beat, that ain't the person you want to make your work with anyway.
cool. Right. Exactly, because you're not trying to come with nothing new. Like you just trying to copy a formula. Like it's a waste of time because it's like I know you ain't genuinely doing this for the love of it. You're just trying to hold up. I think I did that. Hold up. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. This is the process, bro.
Yeah.
Like you gonna mess up. It's a lot of pausing. Like people just think like, oh, you just boom 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 the your drums and you just add this. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's content. They be having that pre-recorded, pre-made to sound like they making it, but no.
Yeah.
If you really making the beat, you pausing, you fixing stuff, you fixing velocity, you fixing how stuff is laid out. It's like a cool little laid back.
My favorite part about this is you creating a feeling. You create the people who watching this, they gonna get a feeling from your work. And I'm gonna go on and tell you, I feel like I'm back in the day.
Yeah. For real. I messed up.
What sound is that?
What?
That.
This bass?
Yeah.
This is a classic analog bass. So like something like an imitation from the Moog synthesizer, the Moog bass lines. Like soon I want to be able to have like the actual, instead of using the software in here, I want to be able to use the analog actual synthesizers. Like I want instruments all in my house. But that just comes with time.
And it's about growth. Like right now, even when I look at this may not be how I want it, but I'm gonna grow with each episode. We're gonna grow. So and truly what's inside them is coming out right here and what they doing. And so this is why you can't ask nobody to replicate somebody else, because they not gonna have the same passion for it if they naturally did themselves. See how I ended off when he was getting ready to start? That was live.
They can't hear the bass for real, but I did a little
And a lot of the time when we're creating the feeling and y'all don't even know it. See, he knew the reason why I felt like that, why we felt like that, because he got the software sitting in front of him, and it's strategic. It's not just, it doesn't just happen by accident. It's all on purpose. Talk about stuff that'll blow. To be honest with you, if any artist is out today get on this, they kind of will fit this, then the next people who produce, they'll be trying to produce something like this. But you gotta have your own style.
Exactly, bro.
Cooking up while by the pool.
Cooking up while by the pool. That's like some content right there, dude. Like just have these like
these little cut-ups, yeah.
That shit be sounding crazy when like you in the midst of like you just fixing. I don't want to into each other. Honestly, like somebody can rap on this.
Yeah.
Sometimes less is more. A lot of times, like I just be trying to like add extra stuff, but like the basis of this beat is kind of done. I know it's missing something, but like probably like something real minor. Probably like against these chords.
Like it's crazy. We from Mobile, so just imagining like who I say like Led or Jay Montana, if they decide to get on this and then it snaps, like people be like, where you get that from? And then the next person will be trying
Bro,
to.
that's literally like all I'm saying. Like, bro, all these rappers that's like just rapping in the city, bro. Y'all, bro, y'all beats are garbage. I ain't gonna lie, like we could literally the city for the city to really be put on the map, we have to come with our own style. So I'm like all that like everybody want to rap gangster. So it's like all that gangster rap. Like I would love to hear some of the most gangsters, ignorant stuff on like a smooth ass beat like this.
Yeah.
Like y'all rap aggressive. Then we gonna run on the block, then we on the block, then run with the ops, we gonna shut down the ops, we gonna in the top, we gonna, and it's like that it's gonna rock, cause it's like okay, this is kind of unique, but it's like people gonna groove to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, like can't nobody, you want something people can groove to, like you could be talking about something crazy, but that groove like there, so it's just like okay, like
Yeah.
he's talking about killing people, but
But-
you can slide to this, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you can vibe to it, you feel me? But I don't know, people don't see that.
What's that song? It had Rollo. It came out about 3 years ago. It had Rollo on it. It was a sample. It's a sample. It was a sample of something old school. And they was rapping on it. It had like Rollo, what's his name? 42 Doug on it.
Oh, you talking about ESTG?
ESTG.
400 degrees.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Like that right there. That created a feeling of like when my parents was back in, I don't know, high school, and it kind of has that same feeling to it, and like you ain't really listening to what they saying. At least I wouldn't. I just knew like I recognize the sample, but also it's groovy though.
Right, exactly. And you know back then, like Manny Fresh, he's the original producer of that. So it's like he bringing different elements. His beat sounded so weird, bro. Like if you really listen to it, like I love Manny Fresh. His beat sounded so weird, and he had them gangster dudes on there. Pharrell Williams, he Slim Thug talking about the craziest stuff. Clips talking about the craziest stuff. But it knocked because like these beats are just so unique. So it's like I know it'll work because every time a gangster rapper has got with a unique producer, it worked.
Yeah.
People got with Jay Dilla talking about the gangster stuff. So it's like, bro, I know I can create a sound for the city type shit, you know? And everybody like, it'll be so unique. But also, I gotta get out of my bubble. Cause I done got turned down so much. It's just kind of like, what's the point of working with y'all? Like I'ma do it myself, but like I don't rap enough to be able to like just but it is what it is. But I think I don't know what else to add, man. I think this is like the basis of the beat. We just gonna go off this like a little groovy. It's like a little freestyle. You gonna rap on it?
I can't rap. I'm not even gonna do that.
But come on,
I can't
man.
freestyle or nothing. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna do stuff like that.
we gonna take this thing top. I just made that beat off top, so now I'm finna rap on the block. We really by the pool, you know that we chillin' looking cool. Yeah, I'm finna go in the fool, yeah, I gon' act a fool. Got my little watch on and I'm just shining. Everybody know that your boy straight grinding. Came to Mobile so I can take a chill pill. Now young nigga came through and I'm super ill, yeah. You know what's up, you know what's up. I got me a nice little cut, I'm in the cut. And your girl back up wet, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't want you sweat. Whoa, never mind, I ain't even finna shine. I'm just out chillin' cause you already know I grind. Bring the tent back in cause you know I'm Viking. And then I'm like hiking. Damn, I ain't even say no words cause I messed up. And I'm out here chillin' in a Tesla. Now I got a Honda, I don't want no drama. If you talking all that ish, I'ma pull out the llama. Yeah, man, I might as well go ahead and spray you. So they might as well get out my way. Man, this real groovy. Finna make a movie. And you already know I'm free to act a bullet. I'm the Julio, hold on, the Julio. Hey, she was sipping on that Julio, but she was all kind of drunk. I'm like, nah, you might as well go home. You know, I bought, yeah, hey, what you say? Don't move out the way. My name JVNAID. So you know that you really can't see me. We used to pass out CDs. Nah, we gotta CDs. Let's in your mouth, young nigga. Hey, on the mouth. Hold on, wait a minute. I be like, hey, something.
Yeah, that was fire.
Something, man. I love freestyling. I freestyle for days.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. This one for the books. This one gonna start all the episodes, and I'm
Bro, no,
elated
like
you on here.
I literally felt so comfortable. Like it was just like two
Yeah.
cousins talking, bro. Like sometimes podcasts be seeming so awkward,
Yeah.
but it was a comfortable environment, and this one I know this episode gonna be great, and I look forward to more, bro. I'm proud of you, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for having me here. Joy album dropping maybe next week, maybe the week after that. We finalizing everything. It's gonna be a beat album, a beat tape, so with a few songs on there, just so y'all can hear my voice. And yeah, it's gonna be a vibe, you know, something you can ride to when you have like a little drive, you know what I'm saying? Put that on in the car, and it's I call it the Project Joy because it's my joy, and I'm giving people my joy, which is another instrumental album. So it's like this is what I'm truly happy for, and I feel like the album just sounds like joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like you can tell this was what made me happy, or like you listen to it, it just sounds like life. So, in my opinion, other people may just see it as beats, but I have a deeper connection with it because you know that's my baby. I made it. But it's just like I feel like when other people listen to it, they're gonna be like they're gonna get what I'm saying when I say it sounds like life. You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on. We'll have episode 2 coming out soon, but we want to thank him for being on.
Yeah, man, y'all subscribe, bro. Do like mess with everything that he got going on, man. Like y'all support. This is an ill dude right here, man.
Yeah, and you know, y'all go follow everything he got on. I ain't really said nothing yet because his situation. He had to tell you about that, but Jaheim Jordan, correct? Yeah, so you know, I'll put it in link in bio and all of that stuff. So
But
later.
link in bio. I'm finna get back on social media, and yeah, if you want to stream my content, JVNAID, JVNAID on everything. So yeah, turn up.
All right, peace.
Peace.